Hello and welcome into another video. Today I want to talk about stick drift, specifically on PS5 DualSense controls. So let's go over to the calibration tool and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, most people who use who do this kind of work will be familiar with this site, DualShock Calibration GUI. Now you can see we have stick drift on that left stick. It's stuck to the left there. And it's just getting stuck in general. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and replace these sticks. Now I'm going to actually upgrade them. I'm going to change them to Hall effects, which are these yellow ones here, which use magnets instead of carbon tracks to prevent future drift and issues, because generally this is caused by the carbon tracks in the joysticks. The side of the joysticks is carbon tracks that are designed to basically kind of like a potentiometer. They just sort of measure different resistances and they can determine where the joystick is, but these use magnets to do that. So no actual contact, no nothing to sort of wear down. So designed to counteract that and last a much longer time than the standard ones that come with it. So this video isn't really about that. So I'm going to quickly skip through that and then we'll focus on the calibration. Okay, and we're back. So we've taken the old ones out, put the Hall effects in. So let's go over to the calibration tool now. We'll just plug that in. So as I said, most people are familiar with this tool. So we can see that there. That's all working fine. Obviously not calibrated, but it's working fine. But this isn't what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is this one. Ghoulie kit. So once we're on this screen, just press a button and we're loaded in. Now, I'm surprised that more people aren't using this software. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to show you why. First of all, if we click Calibrate Joysticks, it's going to ask us to select a controller. We select the one that we're connected to. Simply leave it without moving it. Click Next, and then we slowly circle our joysticks around a few times. I usually do it 3 or 4 times all the way to the edge. Click Next. And now this is the part that I like. So anyone who's familiar with gaming and playing first-person shooter games and things like that knows that if your range is limited to 100% like it is here, you're going to have issues. So I like to go to, depending on the game I'm playing, somewhere around 111 to 115%. Even 110 is pretty good, but yeah, it depends on the game that I'm playing. And of course, you do still have your fine-tuning mode if you want it. Like the other tool, but this one here, we connected it like that, and we'll just test our circularity now, and we can see we get that sort of percentage that we're looking for. Pretty consistent. So obviously one side's a little bit higher than the other, but that's sort of the percentage that I normally look for with the games that I play. Obviously, you can play with that. But the best thing about it is you're not sitting there constantly going over the numbers on the fine tuning like you would be with the other one. This one allows you to set that percentage. So if I go back to the other one, now we can see that our sticks are perfect. We can check our circularity here as well. And we get nice even circles. Squares in this case, because that's what we're aiming for. Now if we were to calibrate the stick here, we rotate in each direction a couple of times, click done, and now our circularity is tiny. It doesn't allow you to sprint in games if you need to. The only way to fix that is by fine stick calibrating, click circularity, and you can play with these numbers. So if you increase this number, it'll allow you to go out a bit further. or decrease, whichever way it goes. I always forget. Another reason why I hate it. Let's just drop that to like 3,000. There we go. So this one we want to bring up to say 300 or something. And then you can fine tune it, but it's very difficult. It's not repeatable. It's not even, and it just makes it a lot harder to do. Whereas Ghoulie Kit makes it so easy to do. Just test that again. See, now we're at a very small error rate. Makes it very hard to sprint in games diagonally and things like that. So we'll just go through this calibrating tool again. Calibrate the stick center. Give it a few rotates. And just like the other one, it's going to find that center point, or that sort of furthest reach point. And that's going to set it at 100%. But then we can up it to wherever we want. So I might just go like 109%, for example. Which is obviously a little less than what I went last time. I went 115 before, and that gave us about 15% error. So this should be somewhere around probably 12% error, something like that. Now, obviously, it depends on the kind of games you play, and everyone's going to want their controller set up differently. But this just gives you quick, easy calibration. Look at that. So easy, no fine tuning. It allows you to set your offset percentage based solely on how you like to play. The only downside is I can't get back to that screen without going back through the calibrating tool. That is my only downside to this tool, and I hope that they fix that so you don't have to go right through this again. You can instantly get back to here because this is where we want to be. This is what we want to adjust. So hopefully they allow us to get straight back to here. Maybe there is a way and I just haven't found it. But it's repeatable and I love it. It's so simple. You can sort of just set it wherever you like. And of course, you can still test all your other buttons like the other one. But yeah, when it comes to calibrating, this tool is by far my go-to now. So yeah, big shout out to the bloke that told me about this. Another member of the repair community. I'll put his details in the description if he wants me to. But that's it for today's episode. So a nice short one. I just wanted to show off that tool. I haven't actually seen any other videos of anyone using it, which really surprised me. Maybe people don't know about it. Maybe it's new, and I don't know. But I haven't seen any other videos showing off this tool, and I really like it. It just makes calibrating that range so much quicker and easier, because when you set it to only 4 or 5%, it's just not, it's not good enough, especially for games where you need to run and things like that. A lot of people have that complaint. If it's set to only 4 or 5% and only uses 100% of the circle, then you sort of just can't push it far enough to run fast enough or to run quickly enough. So yeah, being able to adjust that almost instantly with basically just the click of a button without going up and down through numbers and testing over and over and over again. Like I've had times where I've spent hours just trying to get that decent, and now it takes seconds. So I love that tool. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you did know about this tool, or you have used it and you don't like it or do like it, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And otherwise, we will see you in the next video. Thanks.